You don't struggle with people because you're bad socially. You struggle because you decide too early who's worth your time. And that one habit? It quietly decides how alone you end up feeling. You're holding your phone, staring at a message you already read twice. Yeah, we should hang out sometime. Your thumb hovers over the keyboard. You type something. Delete it. Lock the screen. A few seconds pass. You tell yourself it's not worth replying. Something about it felt off. Too vague. Too casual. But under that decision, there's a quieter line. If they actually meant it, it would feel different. So you move on. This is where it starts. Not when people leave. Not when things fall apart. Right here. In the moment you decide not to continue. Stay with this, because once you see what your brain is doing in that exact second, you'll start noticing a pattern you've been missing. And it shows up way more often than you think. You don't actually struggle in social settings. The truth is, you just check out the moment an interaction feels slightly off. Picture this. You're standing in a small group. Someone turns to you and says, "We should hang out sometime." But their eyes are already scanning the room for someone else. You nod, you smile, but internally, you've already left the building. Your brain is hyper-tuned to micro-inconsistencies. It flags a shift in tone, a lag in timing, or a flicker of forced attention. It predicts a low-value connection before the first sentence is even finished. But here's the cost. You withdraw so fast that no real signal has time to form. Nothing ever grows past the surface because you won't let it. You tell yourself, "Yeah, this isn't going anywhere." You don't wait to see who people actually are. You decide for them, almost instantly. Your brain isn't actually trying to connect. It's just trying to stop wasting time. Think about the last time you read a message twice. Something about the phrasing felt off, so you decided not to reply right away. In that moment, your brain was running lightning-fast social predictions based on your past patterns. It refuses to invest in interactions that seem unlikely to go deep. You're minimizing risk, but you're also killing the chance for a genuine connection. You end up interacting way less than you think you do. Your internal dialogue says, "Better not waste energy on this." You think you're just reacting to people, but in reality, you're shaping exactly how they respond to you. Think about it. You don't follow up after a vague maybe plan. Days pass in silence. No one reaches out. That's when your confirmation bias kicks in. Your brain logs that silence as cold, hard proof of what you suspected all along. Less engagement from you leads to less investment from them. You are literally reinforcing the belief that people don't show up for you. The pattern becomes automatic. Your thought line is always the same. See? They were never serious anyway. You tell yourself that you just haven't met the right people yet. But let's be honest for a second. How long did you actually stay? Think about meeting someone decent. The conversation was fine, not amazing, but fine. And yet you never reached out again. Your brain expects immediate alignment, a spark that happens instantly. If it's not there, it downgrades that person to not worth the effort in a heartbeat. The cost is simple. You cut off connections before any real depth has time to build. You stay trapped in shallow cycles because you believe the lie. If it was right, it would feel obvious. You're not actually missing people. You're missing the phase where connection is still awkward. Picture yourself right now, alone again, phone in hand. There are no messages you actually want to open. The silence, it feels way too familiar. Here's the mechanism. Real connection requires repeated exposure and imperfect moments. But your system rejects that imperfection before it even has a chance to grow. The cost is simple. Fewer people get close enough to ever become real to you. You end up with accuracy, but zero depth. Your internal dialogue keeps asking, why does nothing ever turn into something? You thought your problem was not finding the right people. But the deeper pattern is you don't stay long enough to let people become real. You're not disconnected. You're just being precise at a stage where things are supposed to be unclear. That changes everything. This is for the ones who pull back after a single off sentence, who feel the shift in tone before the conversation even settles, who stay polite but stop investing quietly. You don't make a scene, you just exit early. And you've been calling that standards. But here's the line that won't feel good. You're protecting yourself from fake connection by cutting off real connection before it has time to form. That's the trade. It's not obvious, but it's consistent. So, notice the next time you almost reply, then decide not to. Not the big moments, that small one. What exactly made you step back there? If you've seen this pattern in yourself, leave it in the comments. Not for anyone else, just to make it real for yourself. And if you want more of these patterns broken down, you know where to find me. No rush. Just pay attention to the moment you leave.